As we approach the end of 2022, we have to start wondering about the Toronto real estate market in 2023 and what is really going to happen within the Toronto real estate market in 2023. So in today's video, I am going to go through 3 things we know for a fact are going to happen within the Toronto real estate market in 2023. These items are both important and key for buyers, sellers, landlords, and tenants. And we're gonna go through them one by one in today's video. Hello everyone, this is Sam from SaberiSixRealEstate and Remax Realtron Realty Inc. As always, back with another video for you guys here today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Sam, a Toronto real estate agent working within the Toronto real estate market and the GTA real estate market for buyers, sellers, and landlords. On this channel, we like to discuss all things Toronto real estate market oriented that ranges from market stats, market trends, market facts, to buyer advice, seller advice, tenancy laws, building reviews, pre-construction previews, area analysis, and so much more. So if you find this type of content informative, feel free to subscribe. Or you can also find my contact information on the screen and in the description box, where if you have any further questions, you can get in touch with me with your questions with regards to topics covered in this video or topics covered in past videos. Anyways, enough of all that. Let's get to the point of today's video, which is 3 things we know for a fact are going to happen to the Toronto real estate market in 2023. And on some of these items, I have made full-length videos in the past, which leads me to start with the one which I have made a full-length video on, which is the foreign buyers ban that's coming not only to the Toronto real estate market, but the Canadian real estate market at large. That is right, starting January of 2023, for a period of 2 years, foreign buyers are banned from purchasing residential real estate within the country of Canada, which obviously also implies within the city of Toronto and the greater Toronto area. You can check the full-length video on that, where I go through the definitions, what's considered a foreign buyer, the exemptions, and so much more. But shortly put here, this foreign buyers ban applies to purchases made in 2023, not purchases that will be closing in 2023. So what do I mean by that? Imagine you've purchased a property as a foreign buyer, as a foreign international individual, November of 2022, but the day in which you get the keys, the day in which the keys are transferred to you, the title is transferred to you, the day in which the property closes is in February of 2023, you are exempt, because you made your purchase and the agreement of purchase and sale was dated in 2022. Whereas if you are a foreign individual who's looking to purchase something in 2023, well, you're simply not allowed to do that. And the reason this is implemented is because of political pressure that both political parties are feeling with regards to the narrative that exists out there of foreign speculation causing the Toronto real estate market, GTA real estate market, the Vancouver market to reach never seen before peaks. And frankly, there's not much evidence to support that it's foreign speculation of real estate that is causing high prices. On the contrary, in my professional opinion, looking at the facts, it is domestic speculation of residential real estate that is a larger driver of the affordability issue as opposed to international. So I see this having very little impact, to be honest with you, with regards to which way the market is headed. And to be honest with you, as a result, I see this having very little impact. Furthermore, to the point, there are loopholes for those people who are actually going to purchase residential real estate as foreign buyers. These loopholes are not loopholes that I'm advocating for. It's just simply what is the case, what actually happens on the ground on the everyday basis, which is the foreign buyer entering into a binding trust agreement with a close friend or a relative who does live in Canada, who does have citizenship, and simply transferring the money to that individual to purchase on their behalf, and they're once again protected via the trust agreement. And this loophole does occur and has already occurred to get around the foreign buyer's tax, and I see it continuing to occur occur to get around the foreign buyers ban. But that's just one of the things we know for a fact is going to happen to the Toronto real estate market in 2023. Moving forward to the second item, which is the implementation of the vacant home tax. Now, approaching the end of 2022, the city of Toronto is imploring all Toronto residents who own residential property to file a vacant home tax declaration, which would be payable in 2023. In other words put, the long talked about vacant home tax will be finally collected in the year 2022, which we're approaching the end of, and made payable in the year 2023. And what are the logistics of the enforcement of this vacant home tax that will be payable in 2023 with regards to the Toronto real estate market? Well, the actual tax is only 1% of the assessed value. So a very, very small amount, 1%. And a property is deemed to be vacant if it has been vacant for more than 6 months in the previous calendar year. So if you had a property, a condo that was empty in 2022 for 7 months, you would have to pay that 1% tax on the assessed value of your condominium in 2023. Now back to the second question I asked, what is the enforcement mechanism here? Well, there isn't much, to be honest with you. It is, as of now, a honor system. And much like the foreign buyers ban that we discussed on the first part of this video with regards to things we know for a fact are going to happen in 2023 with regards to the Toronto real estate market, similarly, I don't see this having much of an impact because I did not believe it was much of an issue to begin with. Once again, it was a overblown issue that got a lot of political coverage and a lot of political clout. But in reality, not many people out there are maintaining the properties as vacant. I'm not saying no one is. Most people who are dual citizens of different countries or have multiple properties either end up actually occupying their secondary property for more than 6 months of a calendar year. And furthermore, if they're unable to or don't want to occupy that property, they actually end up renting them out on a long-term rental basis, but a shorter form of the long-term rental. So they rent it out for 4 months, 5 months, as opposed to a year. Not to be confused with the short-term rentals of, for instance, Airbnb. And further to the point, it's only a 1% tax for those who are actually maintaining their property vacant for more than 6 months of the year. So although we know for a fact that this vacant home tax is coming to an effect in the year 2023 and it's going to have some impact, I do not believe it's going to have much impact because from the get-go, I did not believe it was much of an issue to start with. And this is unlike the Airbnb regulations where I thought those were actually a driving force of the affordability issue, the abundance of the short-term rentals, and they were much more consequential in nature. But unfortunately, like those more consequential Airbnb regulations, I do not see this being enforced because once again, it's an honor system. But moving forward to the last thing, the third thing on this list that we know for a fact is going to happen in 2023 with regards to the Toronto real estate market, which is rising interest rates. That's right. With a high degree of certainty, the Bank of Canada will continue to increase interest rates into 2023. Now, how much, how many times, no one can know that. And anyone out there who could confidently tell you this is the number of times they're going to increase it, this is the number of basis points they're going to increase it, is pretty much making it up. Already in 2022, the Bank of Canada has increased interest rates 6 consecutive times, with the first increase coming March 2nd at 25 basis points, then 250 basis point increases back to back in April and June, then a larger than expected 100 basis point increase July 13th, and a second to last basis point increase of 0.75 in September, and lastly a 50 basis point increase in October 26th, I believe. Yet inflation is still higher than normal and expected. Inflation levels are still unhealthy. And as long as these high levels of inflation continue, into 2023, we can be assured further increases by the Bank of Canada. Anyways, that is 3 things we know for a fact are going to happen within the Toronto real estate market in 2023. Let me know if you have any further questions or if you have any items you think I should have discussed in this video. Put them in the comments. What items do we know for a fact are going to happen in 2023 that I did not cover? As always, this is Sam from SaberiSixRealEstate and Remax Realtron Realty. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay tuned, and catch you next time. Thank you.